Here I am in Maven's Mate, my preferred coding editor. You can use any coding editor you like. As long as your code is good, the editor doesn't matter. And by the way, if demo time isn't your favorite time of any course, you're doing it wrong. Demo time is Christmas. And if you're watching this demo on Christmas, today might be the best day of your life. This is going to be a real demo, meaning I want you to see exactly what the coding process is like, both the happy fun parts and the ugly, frustrating parts. I purposely did not edit out the errors because I want you to see the full debugging process. I'll create a new trigger on the case object and name it Warranty Summary. Now I'm faced with a decision here. When should this trigger run? Well, we know we want it to run on insert. The question is before or after insert. We'll go with before, since we don't need access to the case's ID field. Now it's time to make the trigger loop. I'm going to name our case variable myCase. This is an example of an S-object data type variable. Time to start writing actual business logic. Let's paste our text template here so we have a point of reference for what we're ultimately trying to do. In a nutshell, we have a block of text with a few variables inside. I'll comment out the full text using this syntax to make sure it doesn't interfere with our actual code. The first thing we'll do is set up our variables. So for every variable inside the text template, we'll create the variable in our trigger. First up is purchase date, which corresponds to the product purchase date custom field we created. This data type is date because the custom field is also typed date. Next, case created date. Every record in Salesforce has a created date, so I'm simply going to pull that standard field in. The standard created date field is a date time field, so our variable will be one too. By the way, notice how I'm naming these variables so far. I use camel case syntax, and I'm not using names that are too simple like date or the letter D. I'm also not going crazy with the variable name and making it something long like my case product purchase date. This level of detail here is sufficient for most cases. Okay, now we need the number of days our warranty is good for. This is a number field with no decimals, so I'm using the integer data type. Getting the warranty percentage is a little trickier. We need to calculate how many days they're into their warranty so far. So if the warranty is for 10 days and it's been 5 days since their purchase date, the warranty is 50%. My trick for doing this is to first write out this formula in basic English. So the number of days between today and the purchase date divided by the number of days the warranty is good for. Now that I have that written out, I want to turn it into code. So today becomes date.today, which is a method that simply gets today's date. Purchase date is the variable we created above, and so is warranty days. Awesome, moving along. The final variable we need is the checkbox field that says whether or not the case has an extended warranty to it. Checkboxes correlate well with the true or false booleans, so we'll use that as the data type. Great progress. Now is as good a time as any to see if there's any errors in our code. It's extremely, extremely rare, by the way, for any code to have no errors on its first save. I can't remember the last time this has actually happened to me either. Okay, so upon save, big surprise, we have an error. A legal assignment from decimal to integer, line 6. Looking at line 6, we have our integer variable, and Salesforce is saying our number field is actually a decimal, even though the number field is designated to have no decimal places. Okay, Salesforce, you're clearly wrong here, but I'll play along anyways. Right now, we need to convert this decimal to an integer. Remember, data types can be changed, and there's always a special method to help you do it. In this case, it's a method called int value. And to use it, we type a dot after our code and call the method. We'll go into this in more detail in our dot notation section later on in the course. Time to save. And another error. Remember, this is the uncut, unrated version of this demo. You're getting all the juicy details of the full coding experience. Date arithmetic expressions must use integer arguments. This sounds pretty funky, and whenever you see a weird error message like this, Google it. Google will tell you that you can't subtract two dates from each other like this. You need to use a special method called days between. I'm going to comment out our old code and remake it using this method. Save, and another error. Invalid field has extended warranty. What did we name that field again? Oh yeah, product has extended warranty. Fixed. Save, and this time, no errors. Nice.